This is the Manic Reviewer. TV Mania presents Scorpion Episode 1 pilot. Uh, I didn't have high expectations for this show, um, but it did really well. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was okay. Um, yeah, so it kind of reminded me like Numbers a little bit. Um, so I just want to talk real quick about something that happened during my viewing of the show. I'm watching the show. I'm enjoying it. A lot of great guest stars. The acting was solid. Everything was going good. And Walter starts talking to Paige about uh, what happened when he was a kid. The bombs dropping in Baghdad. That they were supposed to be personal aid, or they were supposed to be aid. They were bombs. And the screen cuts away. It shrinks down and says, special report. Um, America and allies dropping bombs on ISIS camps in Syria. And I stopped for a minute and I was like, wow, that's freaking irony right there. Holy crap. He's talking about dropping bombs and here we are dropping bombs. I'm not making any commentary on what's going on, but I just found that really, really convenient that happened at the same time. Very ironic. Very, very ironic. So now I got that out of the way because it gave me a moment of pause. But yeah. So we have Wayne or Walter O'Brien. He's a super genius, and we see a flashback of him as a child, and then after that we see him with a girl, and he's trying to break up with her like a human being, but he can't relate to her. He doesn't know how to break up with her. I kind of like her. I do. I like because he's socially awkward, and there's something to be said for that. I mean, I'm a little awkward too. I have a hard time knowing when people are really upset or judging feelings and things like that. And I kind of he kind of reminded me of like a little more serious male version of Chloe O'Brien because she didn't know anything on 24. Uh, we meet his crew, um, Happy Quinn, Sylvester, and Toby, and basically what they do, they they have their own little setup. Um, Walter wants to get this turned into something else, but right now they're just like fixing. They're basically like a geek squad. Um, but they're also doing jobs for people. I guess they're securing networks and you know uh, I'm not quite sure exactly what they did, but I do know that they didn't have power until Quinn hooked it up for him. Uh, yeah, so that our introduction to the group I liked a lot. Um, then we have then we meet Robert Patrick as Agent Gabe Gallo. I love Robert Patrick, I do. And when you look back at him in Terminator 2, man, he's getting a little long in the tooth. Uh, he's getting a little old there. He's still a great actor. He was on X Files. He was great. The Unit, Sopranos. He's a great actor. He's a great character actor. He really is. We also had some other kind of uh, decent character actors. Ernie frickin' Hudson played the head of like LAX or something. The of the air control or ground control. I like that. I love Ernie Hudson. He doesn't pop up in enough. We had Almy Ballard. He was just co-pilot, but he was on Numbers. I forget what his name was on Numbers, but he was on it from the very beginning, all the way up to the end. I liked him a lot. Patrick Esprit. He played the other the other captain on the plane. I've seen him in a million things. Great actor. Uh, this was a really good show. I don't have too much to say about it. A little convenient that Paige just happened to have a genius son, just happened to working at a restaurant that just happened to have Walter doing some work on the Wi-Fi, and the government just happened to be like, sure, she can come on the team. Uh, what's her super skill? Well, she can talk to people. Oh, okay. That I really doubt the government just hands out blank checks to like waitresses with special need children. I did like I liked it. I liked all the characters. I liked Toby. I loved when they're going through the servers and he's psychoanalyzing the guy who the manager or whoever would run the unit, and he pulls out the hard drive. She goes, "You sure that's it?" And he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Man, you're good." He's like, "Well, yeah, it said LAX on the side." That was funny. I laughed out loud. Another scene where Sylvester can't start working on the chalkboard because the chalk's all messed up, and she and Paige knocks all the chalk off except for one, which is the smallest and biggest. So there's no order that he needs to follow. I thought that was funny. Um, I liked it. I did. Do I think it's going to be the best show on TV? Probably not. Is it going to last a season? Yeah, I could see this lasting a season. It's not a single premise show like Crisis was, or like even Hostages. It's not going to be the best show on TV, but you know what? It's going to be better than NCIS New Orleans or NCIS LA or Hawaii Five O. Uh, so yeah, I say give it a watch. Robert Patrick was great. Um, I liked the character of Walter. I loved the scene where they're um, they're under the plane and the guy from Numbers has to drop the cord down. I thought that was kind of cool. There was a lot of neat little moments in the episode. I liked the little kid too. I thought he was good. Um, I liked him handing the control over at the end of the episode. Uh, there were a lot of things to like about it. It wasn't a complicated. It wasn't overtly complicated like Gotham. Not complicated, but they didn't throw a million things at you. Um, I don't know. I liked it. I did. Um, it's hard to say whether a show like this is gonna last or how much staying power. I thought Intelligence was gonna make it last year, and it got canned. It's all about ratings, and this did really well. This did well with the young audience is what they're looking for. And I know, like, I know some of the commercials are like, well, if you like Big Bang, you'll like um, you'll like this show, and it's CBS, just like Numbers was, if I believe correctly. And yeah, I like Numbers. I love Numbers. I love Big Bang Theory. So although this show is wildly different than Big Bang Theory, I don't know that if you liked comedy, you're gonna like a political thriller or technology thriller TV show. But it was good. I didn't regret watching it. I'll watch it next week. So yeah, I just want to say I'm probably gonna miss. I'm gonna do Under the Dome. Don't worry. Um, but and Sons of Anarchy this week. I don't know what else I'm gonna get to. There's so many pilots. I'm not gonna be able to do Forever episode 2. I'll do episode 3 next week. Um, I'm not gonna do the Strain this week because I want to do all the pilots. I want to cover as many pilots as I can. And then I'll pick the shows that I want to stick with and review, and there's shows I want to watch. Like, I watch Boardwalk Empire, but I don't review it. Ray Donovan's my favorite show, but I don't review it. Um, Basically because I have nothing really to say. If if I don't think that I can talk about it for any length of time, then I'll just watch it and enjoy it. But something like Gotham, where I have strong opinions on it, or The Strain, even though I've been straining to come up with some things to say about it. So we'll see. So until then, this is the Manic Reviewer. Please check out my Patreon page if you want to support the show. No obligation. And check out my Amazon page. Last Booth on the Left. Pleasant Shade of Grey, The Wastelands, Identity Crisis. And until next time, watch out for planes falling out of the sky.